Hi everyone. Today I'll be making my video on something related to You're So Bipolar, but it's kind of the other half of You're So Bipolar. I was thinking, someone I was talking to brought up a good point, that a lot of people either use bipolar as an insult, like I said in the other video, but then there's another half of people who glorify it. Like, it's so cool to be bipolar, like a bipolar club. And that's basically what I'll be talking about today. So, when I was in the hospital, I would meet girls and boys who would just that's all they cared about. Like, they would ask you, so what are you diagnosed with? Like, blah, 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 and what medications are you on for it? Like, someone's mental illness is worse than others. Like, someone who just said, oh, I have depression, wasn't as cool as someone who had psychosis or bipolar disorder, or maybe I'm schizophrenic. It's just like many of the teens would look at your cup and see, oh, wow, I'm on 15 pills in the morning and 7 at night. Or, oh, I'm on noon meds too. Because there's girls who would just talk about it. Like, they'd ask you, so what medications are you on? And I, tell them what medications I was on. And they're like, oh, well, I'm on 900 milligrams of that. And I take noon meds. I'd have to take it 3 times a day. And I'm like, congratulations, You definitely proved to me that your mental illness is worse, and therefore, I don't even know. It pisses me off just because no mental illness is worse than anyone. It deliberates in different ways in everyone's life. People with anxiety, they have a lot of problems. People with ADHD have a lot of problems. People with bipolar have a lot of problems. People with schizophrenia have a lot of problems. People with depression have a lot of problems. No mental illness is worse than the other. They just have their own set of issues. And I don't understand why some people, they're like, what bipolar are you diagnosed with? And some are like, oh, I have bipolar too, but it's not as worse as yours. Like, yes, it is. You don't need to tell people it's not as worse as yours, because it is. Bipolar 2, bipolar NOS, cyclothymia, bipolar 1, heck, even anxiety and depression, it's all the same severity. It just depends on how it deliberates you. Yeah, some people need to, how many times, another question I ask is, how many times have you been hospitalized? How long have you been hospitalized? It's not a competition, and I don't understand why some people make it a competition, because then other people think it's cool. Like, you're so bipolar, or that's an insult, but then people ask, so you have, mood swings, or do you have, bipolar disorder? Or, they research it. I researched it because I had it, and I wanted to know, what exactly I was up against, and just everything I need to look out for, and what can help with it, natural remedies for it, blah, blah, blah. But people, who go in, they're like, well, I think, the other day I was on Yahoo Answers, and I saw someone, how do you deal with a paranoid, schizophrenic, bipolar drunk? And I was like, my response to that was, of course, well, first off, you can't have bipolar and schizophrenia. If you did, it would be called schizoaffective. Also, if you want to help them, take yourself out of their life, because that would be beneficial if you're trying to insult them. I kind of got really mad at them, but I just don't understand. It's either an insult or it's either glorified. There's no people that are just okay, that's understandable. I validate your feelings. I validate your mental illness, but I'm not going to try to one-up you in it, or I'm not going to try to insult you in it. It's just, it's part of it could be my black and white thinking. I don't know. I have some of that, but I only see it as glorified it, or we insult it. The only thing I've experienced is with people who have it, or have something related to it, that even depression, sometimes people are just they feel bad because they have depression and not something worse. They feel like they could change it, but you can't. My view on things is it's biochemical. And biochemical, you cannot change. That is in your genetics. Now, there are environmental factors that contribute to it, but the beginning of it is not your fault. Now, I don't know, I'm trying to work on my sleep because my sleep is a little messed up and I really want to just fix it with a pill just like that, because that's so much easier than being able to wind yourself down and just exercise, because I don't like to exercise that much just because I'm not a big getting sweaty person. I enjoy more of the arts and like music and stuff like that. So, but anyway, I have to learn to exercise to wear myself out throughout the day. But I just wanted a pill to fix it. But I really am trying just to find something that, and everything can't be fixed with a pill. And just everything can't be like fixed with anything, but you have to try other things before you try the pill. Like, it's just, I don't know, a lot of people also want to just diagnose like that and just give them medication, but I don't know. I see it as some people, like my mom sometimes says like anyone can be diagnosed with a mental illness, and on one hand that is true, because people with mental illness there's a lot of people with it, and it's like everyone said, it's been increasing in a few years. Like in a few years, percentage has gone up, but I think not everyone can be diagnosed with mental illness. I think they have symptoms of it, but I don't think they get the full diagnosis. I think that if it impairs your life enough, then you do need to see someone and you do need to get some help. And the doctor can recommend whether a diagnosis, whether or not you need medication, whether or not you do therapy, or whether or not you just need to try some natural things first. Like my doctor didn't want to exactly she did put me on some sleeping medication, but it's not really helping. So she just said that she's not feeling comfortable with upping it right now. So why don't I just try like other things? And I found something that worked for me. I found like earphones. I like put music in it wears my brain out while I'm trying to sleep, because that's what usually wakes me up, is my brain is racing. Like, so I can listen to music and it kind of wears me down because it gives my mind something to focus on, so I'm not all over the place with my thoughts, kind of like I am in this video. So just tell me what you think. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, perfectingnormal.tumblr.com, my normal spiel at the end. And bye.